For decades, the Colorado River has sustained life across the Southwest, from massive cities to family farms. But with water supplies shrinking and negotiations underway for a new long-term plan, the stakes couldn't be higher. I spoke with key players about what's at risk and what solutions may lie ahead. These sprinklers are saving water on Andrew Limegruber's farm in Holtville, California, helping him control how much water his crops get. It's one of many conservation measures to use the Colorado River's water more efficiently, which is Imperial Valley's only source.
I can chart and look at weather data and weather trends, and we can order water precisely when the plant needs it.
Andrew is a fourth-generation Imperial Valley farmer that grows forage crops like alfalfa and winter vegetables that feed the country. This fertile region holds the largest share of Colorado River water and has some of the most senior water rights. Farmers have saved water through conservation, but as the river keeps shrinking and new negotiations loom beyond 2026, Andrew fears losing his water.
This farm ground is so valuable, and it's so beneficial on its ability to produce food, but you take the water away from it and it's a wasteland.
The Colorado River supplies 40 million people across the West, but it's in crisis. The 1922 compact promised more water than it can deliver. 2+ decades of drought have brought Lake Powell and Lake Mead to historic lows, and warmer temperatures and diminishing snowpack are intensifying the shortages. Now, the 7 basin states are negotiating a new operating plan beyond 2026 that Metropolitan Water District's Bill Hazenkamp says needs to be shared equitably.
If we all make small reductions, we can do a lot, as opposed to having one state or one entity stuck with a big cut.
If the states can't agree, the federal government could step in and the fight could end up in court.
Everyone realizes that they have water rights, but if you go to court, those rights could be taken away or altered.
Metropolitan delivers water to 19 million Southern Californians. With imported supplies dwindling, they're investing in large-scale projects like Pure Water Southern California, which Assistant General Manager John Bednarski says would recycle wastewater into millions of gallons of drinking water every day.
Metropolitan is trying to ready itself for the ultimate situation in which the hydrology continues to change. And that supplies on both the Colorado River and Northern California become less reliable than they have been in the past.
Across the Southwest, the stakes couldn't be higher. The next agreement will determine how the West survives, from cities to farmlands like Andrew's that feed the nation.
It's every farm kid's worst nightmare to be the one that sells the family farm or to be the one that loses it.
The fate of the Colorado River and the millions who depend on it now lies in the hands of the 7 basin states, with their decision defining the future of life in the American West. The 7 basin states have until tomorrow to reach initial consensus, with a final agreement expected next summer. What they decide will shape how the West manages its most vital and limited resource for years to come. Really important moment here, and we're all looking at these 7 states to make a decision.
So what is the big thing that could come out of these negotiations?
Well, the main thing is that it has to be a consensus. It's not like a majority rules here. All 7 states have to agree. They're working on what's called the post-2026 operating guidelines, basically the next long-term management plan for the Colorado River. It will decide how much water each of the 7 basin states can use as the river continues to shrink. Now, my sources say there's been disagreement between the upper basin states and the lower basin states. Lower basin is California, Nevada, Arizona. Additionally, the challenge is also balancing senior water rights like those in California's Imperial Valley. So with growing demands from other states, all while the river itself is producing less water than ever before. As you can imagine, these talks have been tense. It's been very difficult to get everyone on the same page because it looks like everyone's going to have to take a cut. And so how do you make that the most equitable? And if they don't, the federal government will likely step in, which is something the states do not want to have to relinquish their power to the feds.
It is such an important story. Thank you for staying on top of it. Great reporting. Sarah Pila, come back to the Rush Hour often.
Thank you.
All right, as we had to break, everyone, here's a live look at Capitol Hill. Ooh, it's day 41 of the government shutdown.